Hi, also I'm here with Mike Kay. He's the filmmaker behind Thursday Night Basic, which is this visually arresting smorgasbord of a kind of music-led. It's very hard to find. It's beautiful looking. So congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
So yeah, if you could just tell us what the synopsis is, please, Mike.
It was the idea of taking some time out of doing like a music video, an album I'm working on at the moment, and to promote the album I thought we'll get a song out that put some visuals to it. I just came up with this crazy idea of doing like a John Carpenter-esque, no budget sci-fi thing. So it's about a guy who drinks something weird and something happens to him, either gets taken somewhere or he hallucinates it, or leave it to the audience interpretation. Just an excuse just to do some crazy fun special effects.
We should point out, and Mike's kind of hiding his light under a bushel here, it's the first time you've tried to, you made a film.
Yeah.
I know you were experimenting on the way you're learning editing tools and so on, and visual effects tools and so on. But the fact is, it looks really, really good. So
cheers, thanks.
No, it does. So I've got no idea how you did this, but I'd imagine it took quite a long time.
Yeah, so musician first, and I'll take a leaf out of a lot of the bands I like Converge, Tool, Dillinger Escape Plan. A lot of those guys wear multiple hats. So Adam Jones from Tool, he's involved in all the visuals they do. So he's a guitarist, but then he also does a lot of the visual side of stuff. And Kurt Ballou from Converge, he's a producer as well as a guitar player.
So when you say when you say you took a leaf, do you mean of the way they've done their video, or the fact that they can do this stuff themselves? Or maybe
so both? Is it a stupid idea to take on making a music video yourself when you're a musician?
Well,
so I thought I'd test the water. And deliberate choices like you never see the whole of my face in the video.
Right.
Just in case this didn't work out. It was a deliberate choice, not a poor...
Yeah, I know it says side shots, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was, I didn't want to be in it because it's not an ego thing, but never ask anybody to do anything you're not prepared to do yourself first.
Definitely.
So this was it. And then kind of came up with the idea of the special effects in the bottle, knew that the bottle of weird stuff I would drink would have to be lit, but then I'd have to disguise it, but I would worry about that later. And then learnt the special effects, After Effects, and how to mask it, and rotoscoping, a lot of that.
How long did it all take? So you've laid down the track, that's done obviously.
Yeah, the track was the easy bit.
Yeah, I wondered that, yeah.
Looking forward to getting back to the music. But it took, it was just about 3-4 nights worth of shooting, and then about 4 months worth of editing, and then doing all the special effects, because it was, like I say, okay, we shot it, throw it together,
but it's the post.
Now we have to build it in post,
Yeah.
So basically that was it.
But now the thing is, of course, the question now is, you've done this, because you wanted to do it and make a film, and I wonder now, because whenever I posit this question to people who've gone into filmmaking and done a first film, most of the time, when asked this question, which is, well, now you've got the bug for it, have you been hooked? And that is the question.
Absolutely. So Eyes Above for me has always been music first, but I'm a total film nut. I've always been interested in filmmaking. So I suppose I carried some of that with me in it, and then I learn along the way, try not to, learn the fundamentals. So worked with the camera, the Blackmagic camera I had.
Yeah, Stephen's got a couple
for
of those.
2 years,
yeah.
Love it. So worked with it for 2 years before I shot this. So maybe learning that was a good way, like a leaping off point. I'm sure I'll look back on this and think there's an awful lot I could do better, but I think it's as good as I could make it for the time. I'm desperate to get back to finishing the album, but this is the 9th film festival.
It's amazing.
A great film festival, and here I am 9 film festivals later, and I can't complain that it's taken me away from the music a bit, and the bug's definitely bitten,
Yeah. Well, I say it's amazing. It's not, personally, it's not too much of a surprise, because that is visually arresting, genuinely. And obviously, with the music as well, it's fantastic. Perhaps we can talk about the kit, because I'm guessing the kit, I know you touched on the Blackmagic cameras, the editing software. I'm guessing you use, I would suggest you're using high-end, probably Macs, I guess, to do all this kind of stuff.
So part of my day job, my work is I use some 3D architectural software.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
I'd already invested in a PC that could do a lot of heavy lifting.
So is that a Mac or an actual Windows?
No, it's PC.
Is it? Oh, well, that's interesting.
Now, I like Macs for Pro Tools, straight out of the box. For music, Macs are great, but PCs, I think, for editing, special effects, And now, because I've been delving into that world a bit more, PC, a lot of guys are switching to PCs for ZBrush work, all the other stuff, Blender, yeah, all the After Effects stuff.
I suppose that what's happened is the processing power has got is a lot better, and of course the software's kind of caught up as well, I suspect.
Well,
and the cost is lower.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get people like me, and there's a lot that can wear a few different hats. And the idea that you can think of an idea for visuals and then go out and actually execute it for not very much money is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I can do this 10 years ago.
Well, you know, we had a guy here, a filmmaker, and I was telling him about the glitch problem we had.
Yeah.
David, and he swears by Macs, which is fine. They're fantastic.
Whatever works.
But I said, well, how much is your Mac? And he goes, the kind of Mac you need. And he said, well, it's 1,200 quid. I went, David, but I can populate 3 rooms for less than that with the PCs.
Yeah.
And he saw it and he said, to be fair, for what you need, I get that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So I know it doesn't match the power, but it's all about needs, isn't it? You know.
Absolutely. So, so I already had the PC, and I took on stuff like Red Giant to do a lot of good visual effects stuff with their particular plugins. There's a particle software, and then there's Video Copilot. They do Element 3D.
Yeah.
So it's avoiding having to spend the outlay in something like Cinema 4D straight away. See if I'm getting good enough with that, justify it, maybe go and invest in other gear. I'm working on another video at the moment, which is all CGI. And in the middle of that, I shot of my friend's football video 4 weeks ago.
You're slowly but surely.
Well, he saw
the drugs got into you. So.
Yeah, so he was crazy enough to say, we liked Thursday Night Basic, and asked me to come and film this thing he did at Hearts Midlothian Football Stadium a month ago. So the video just came out yesterday.
Right.
So that was shot in front of 17,000 football fans, 4 hours to catch everything, 2 weeks of prep. Make it up as you go, did a shot list. So yeah, the bug's definitely bit.
So when you say shot, you basically storyboarded it in readiness.
Yeah,
well, it's difficult with something like that, but even
so I did a mood board, said, look, this is the kind of stuff I'm looking to do. So you just do a mood board, it's like existing photos, he gets the idea of what it is. It was more about, so he would worry about his sound check and just his performance, and he'd know why I was doing things a certain way around him. So it was shooting on a shoulder cam, rigging out the BMPCC, which is Blackmagic cameras this size, it goes to this size because it's fully rigged out, matte box, external monitor, the works, you know. So so the video seems to be well received by the club, and like I say, it's out now.
Wonderful. And what I know you knew fully well because of what you do. This was going to be a long slog. Obviously, you knew that, but was it harder than you'd imagined it to be? Was it about where it got to?
Well, I had no idea this would happen. Like, I'd be sitting here with yourself, I just thought I'd enter this music video into film festivals, at least to get an idea. Did it belong, or would total strangers sort of connect with it, and even get some feedback, even get some critique. I've always harbored the idea or the desire to get some music into film. And actually, the music video was like a vehicle to say, well, this is what the music would look like or fit within some kind of short story or some kind of music video. So it's the idea of the video being the vehicle for that. And the opportunity to come to places like this, meet other filmmakers who may like some of the music I've done and say, hey, we could do you, or meeting composers last year, and they might get in touch with me because I'll do noisy guitar and weird guitar noises. Maybe I meet somebody who likes the way I shot something, wants me to sling a camera for them. So this day and age, I think it's try not to take on too much, but if you can do 2 or 3 different avenues, who knows? Well,
it's another string to your bow, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing, and you know, as we just talked about, it's opened up. I'm sure you knew all this anyway, if it went successfully, because I'm guessing you're thinking, as we talked about, I love this. Yeah, I still want to do the music, but now I can add this extra dimension to it, you know?
Well, I've got a lot of good musician friends, talented musician friends, and Neil, this mate of mine I did for his There Will Always Be Heart Midlothian. He's a musician out in Sweden. That's a story in itself. And he wrote a song in tribute to his favourite club, and it's a love letter to the club. So he's out in Sweden. I got good friends who are session guitarists. So we're now talking about collaborating on music and visuals together. So who knows? It's like yourselves. It's if you've got a network of friends who are good at this aspect of filmmaking or music making, get together and
and that's right. And you build. You know, luckily Dan and I had lots of connections anyway. But we knew, as we spoke off cam, we kind of knew the gig. Which, let's be honest about, it helps massively. Not just in time and money that you say, which it does, but also it's advantageous in terms of if we're going to make it work, can we make it work because what we know, and then you know that it helps everything, doesn't it? Because if you're starting from the scratch, then you're going to make lots of as we all do, going to make lots of mistakes. But thankfully we were able to iron out most of those before we even done anything. So we started with what we can be called, what's our mission, and then you go from there.
So you the same ideas for the music video. I researched the hell out of it. Just what gear would I need? How would I set up the shots? So it's somewhere to start from. It's by no means perfect, but I guess being a music and film nerd, that's what you do. You do the homework before you hit record.
Definitely.
And then see if you can work with it. So, but yeah, I guess I do love learning stuff. So whether it's a new recording technique, audio-wise, or mastering, or mixing, or filmmaking. Get very nerdy when it comes to 3D software and the special effects too. So it's all good. The one thing I have learned, and I'll stand by it, I don't know where any of this goes, but love the process first. And that's enough.
Great stuff.
So.
Because I suppose if you don't, then what's the point?
Exactly.
You're going to lose interest, aren't you?
Well, what's the worst that can happen? If I can sit there and look at the video and go, hey, that's okay, I'm not cringing watching it, I still stand by it, or I hear the song and I go, I'm all good with that. I think if you're selfish, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Cheers for that, Mike.
Cheers for that.
Excellent stuff. Great to chat with you.